Before you makwaba, it's also like or comment. Now subscribe to the channel na I am Muslim so to make Mecca na I no one kwa yawon festive season. I don't know pilgrimage to Mecca na ja one so akọ so mo nyame na no na John Dramani Mahama say no be president 2024 election or Boshe Wombo say oba I would fees around 75,000 cities, which is this kind of 75 million. Now, Sharon says, yes, canon or bar, Bama, of no agentia, said a bear, Muslim from bet me alcohol Mecca without any stress. And I know, and Walsma and Nkofu, Dr. Dauda, Dr. Colin Dauda, say, program be equal so Saudi Arabia into no one check the cost of everything. Bema one so it me ashe na say motion or the share Muslim community no a bit me edison no na that huge amount of money no a bit me so Ghana pes ye pa because so she ska do ebe cost Ghana just to you say be sa cost no if you wa na che say easy pa na ebe ko na kuje sanse mo nyina chichemu aba na no there was smart team say one ko Saudi Arabia na one ko check price of everything sifa one so bet me ahwe no one set budget be ma Muslim for bet na ko na so be che deals no and now 75,000 what for na ba no so after na no na twin ko for aso kakra why be say oyes na no e be ko dey ko distance mo na chichi mo
on be slash no into half ama Muslim ni bia no a e da na koma so say opeso otukun akọ no atumi etu sa kwen 2 holidays are yenu Muslim fo nya during the celebration of Eid Fitr no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ka so odi bi besan ka ho na odi akọ na se bedwa na baye mra nti Ghana for do na agi tumi ye say eno ena ma yenu anu ka bofo adwen ye wontanta ya mo ankasa chocho muncho His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia omantumi anto abanama. Now interestingly, during the National Thanksgiving service a course on the 10th of January at the National Mosque, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Jina simpie so kachre yenu anu ka bofo say sa bosa no mo shege no mo de baye djuma ne sa nti wa paw abadwakuo nipa maku num ya wo frɛ mo the Hajj Task Force ya nipa odani mu eye Alhaji Dr. Collins Dauda so Tifi South na se badwani se omonko djumadi bi a ebekoso e wo Saudi Arabia your friend on the annual Hajj conference na omonko ye nhwemu ne ntutu ya ebeboa amasa Hajj fees no ye 75,000 no a NPP abanja ho no ombetumi atwamu mienu ama omo atua said the omo ka ho se won manifesto mu na omo ehye eho ebo e various campaign platforms. And according to the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the Hajj Task Force was supposed to leave this country on the 13th of January to Saudi Arabia to participate in the annual Hajj conference to facilitate the move to slice the exorbitant fee of 75,000 cedis charged by the Hajj board under the new patriotic party's government. Now, Omoko Saudi Arabia no e bae no de besi ye de be the hostel de be bremochi. But Omoko Saudi Arabia no cash omako blow no with regards to just this participation and inquiries to see how they will be able to slash that exorbitant fees. It is going to marvel you. A confidential document, but because of the right to information bill in some PTB and Sakasa memorandum nibi. Ya escrow ho so betumi aheno akenkan. Now, ya bekenkan mu nsem obrofo, ye difference e kire mu twi ni akire. Omokoye no, ka omasa akobọ man yi. Na fe resource omo de ba ya enukra de echenka no. Eno so bekenkan mu asam jachi. The memorandum is from the chairman, Hajj Task Force, Alhaji Collins Dauda, to the chief of staff. You like Julius Debra. Copy the secretary to the president. Date the 19th of January 2025. The subject matter was a request for reimbursement of expenses for official trip to Saudi Arabia by the Hajj Task Force. Almost say, I write to formally request reimbursement for expenses incurred during the recently concluded official trip to Saudi Arabia on the demand of the president. The trip was undertaken in fulfillment of assigned duties, and all expenditures were necessary to ensure the success of the mission. Below are the details of the expenses. The expense breakdown in your description of expenses, your cost per person, and your total cost for 5 task force members. And the other kind of flight expenses. Flight expenses, according to reported Damanimi, omo ebuku first class. And it cost to each of the task force member 30,451. 30,451 seats. That it was almost 305 million per person for the trip to Saudi Arabia for flying business first class. The total cost for all the 5 task force members, Ghana Boka 152,255,000. 152,255,000. That is only for flight expenses per diem. Yama each of the task force members $500 every day as per day. Every day $500. And the 6 days Omuko in Saudi Arabia, your boka will be around $3,000. And in total for the 5 task force members, Ghana buy Bomoka $15,000 for 6 days. That is per day. Hotel accommodation Mokodai. Every night. And I say na 0 to 20. And na jubia no mo charge or my ninko for a year $547 per night. And to 5 nights and if be a born $2,735. The nipa numuno ina no mine bomoka $13,725. And apart from the per diem, almost the allowance. So mutu kwine, almost your minor allowances. Apart from the per diem, allowances not to say. Each of the task force members an allowance of 15,150 million per day. 15,000 allowance per day for the 5 days. 75,000 per each person. Multiply by 5. The amount total cost of allowances. This task force. Now they are apart from them, Saudi Arabia, they went there with their supporting staff members, including their assistants and their drivers. According to the Demanimi, their supporting staff and their drivers. Allowances Yamobia 5,000 cedis. No more time. Into the supporting staff no kwaya bonka 50,000 cedis as allowances. Now the summary of the total expenses. Flight expenses. Total in your mind boka 152,255 cedis. Per day. Or mind boka $15,000. Hotel accommodation. Or mine boka $13,725. Allowances for task force. Or mine boka 175,000 Ghana cedis. Allowances for supporting staff. Or mine boka 50,000 Ghana cedis. And in total, cedis $277,255. $28,725. No say. All receipts and relevant documentation for these expenditures are attached for your pursuit and necessary action. I kindly request that the reimbursement be processed as soon as possible to facilitate the timely settlement of these